You are my girl. You see what your heart has been asking. Do you believe this is love everlasting? Then darling, I'll marry you, and I promise to love. All right, baby. Promise to love. Hey girl, I promise you, yes I do, yeah. I promise to keep you, girl. Promise to have and hold you. See, I'll never leave you, darling. And I promise to love you, girl. See, your love is a good thing. And girl, I need you every day. It's true. Baby, 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 baby. I cherish you. Yes, I do, girl. You're the baddest woman I've ever known. The sweetest thing I've ever had. Yes, you are. And I want to thank you, baby, for loving me and changing me and saving me. See, I was lost. I was lonely, but you came in and turned it all around, girl. You light up my life, yes you do. You're the song of my heart, the joy of my soul. And I'm gonna love you, girl, I am. I wanna be good to you, darling, I will. Let the Lord shine his light on our love as we move on down the road together, girl. Baby, 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 can I love you?
Welcome, guys. Welcome to this presentation. Igama Siyabulela Tshozana. I was born and bred in Johannesburg in a small township called Vosloorus. Thank you so much for joining me in this presentation. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. I welcome you into this presentation where I'll be teaching you guys, to create wealth using cryptocurrencies. So basically in this presentation, it's different from the previous presentation that I've made, where I'll be focusing with Mining City and introducing you guys to Mining City, Electric Cash, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Vaults. But this presentation is different, and it'll be a short presentation where we'll be focusing on Bitcoin only, and the history of Bitcoin. Where does Bitcoin come from? Who are the founders of Bitcoin, and where is Bitcoin going in terms of price? And how you guys can also invest in Bitcoin. So as I've said, my name is Siyabulela Tshozana, and just a little short background about myself. As I've said, born and bred in Johannesburg in a small township called Vosloorus. High school education. Only got matric. After my matric, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I didn't get that university entry. I did pass my matric, but it was with a diploma. So after getting that diploma, as I've said, I wanted to be a lawyer. So in order for me to become, or to go and study for law, I needed to upgrade my marks. So I decided to go the following year to upgrade my marks, and the whole year, the whole 12 months, studying, practicing, because I was upgrading maths. It was maths, history, and English. I was upgrading 3 subjects. So finally, the day of writing came. I wrote all my exam, and I was confident, and happy at the same time that, the following year, I'm going to university to study for law. And then come January, fast forward January, we got our statements, and only to find out that, the marks that I wanted to upgrade, some of them, were degraded, I remember for history, I got 50% the first time. Then after upgrading, I got 48%. So instead of history going up, it went down. So yeah, no, my heart, I was devastated, guys. I was devastated. I won't lie. So yeah, no. So it came to a point where now I was depressed. Thinking, what is it that I'm going to do with my life now? Since I won't be going to university. You know, and black parents play a huge role, man, in terms of their kids' successes, you know as I was thinking, what is it that I'm going to do now? You know, I was also thinking to myself that, without education, I won't be anything in life. So what is it that I'm going to do now that will make me successful without education? I stayed that whole year, thinking that was when I was introduced, to Utatlunwabo. Utatlunwabo is my mentor, and is actually one person who introduced me to mining city and digital currencies, and that's when I started watching interviews. That's when I started meeting you guys like Robert Kiyosaki, Om Potagada, people who are making it a business to teach other people about what cryptocurrencies are and how they can benefit from these digital currencies. So I started reading books and I started going to the internet, YouTube to watch videos of cryptocurrencies, how I can invest in cryptocurrencies. That was when I was introduced to Mining City and Luno. That's when I started investing in Luno. You can invest in Luno, guys, with as little as 10 Rand, but in order for you to push it, to buy the package on Mining City packages cost about 8,500. The standard package, you can go lower than that, but the standard package will give you benefits of introducing other people, your family, your friends into the business. That is when you get crazy money with Mining City. So yeah, that's a little background about myself. So right now I'm also making it a business, so teaching you guys how you can benefit from this fourth industrial revolution. Jobs the unemployment rate, man, is increasing every single year. Yet we get students at university, flooded, you know, every now and then, and there's a march because they want free education. Yeah, fine, you get free education, but after the free education, where will you work? That's the thing. Yes, you will sit, at some point, I started realizing that, I was fortunate enough, of not going to university because of the unemployment rate. I started watching a lot of news, economic activities and political, and now I see that we are ruled by a government that is very corrupt. So I started thanking God, for every situation, man, whether good or bad, man, especially bad, there's something positive about that situation. My situation, it was bad because I was thinking, without education, I won't be anything else. I won't be anything in life. I won't amount to anything in life. But there's something positive that came out of that situation, because right now I'm teaching you guys how to make money through cryptocurrencies and how you can benefit, and this business is flexible. This is a business that is flexible. I can work anywhere just as long as I have a laptop and I have, internet connection. That is when I can teach you guys how to make money, out of cryptocurrencies. So I have a disclaimer, guys. Please note that I'm not a financial advisor, not a tax consultant, not a cryptographer. However, I will be sharing my experience and knowledge acquired throughout the past few years. So Robert Kiyosaki says, don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. So basically this quote basically means that, don't let the fear of losing, losing your initial investment. This presentation is about cryptocurrencies, you investing in cryptocurrencies. Don't let the fear of that, losing be greater than excitement of winning, So it's positivity, guys, positivity all the way, positivity all the way. So the history of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been pronounced dead over 500 plus times, yet the price of Bitcoin keeps growing higher and higher. So if you're in this presentation with hopes that you'll invest 1,000, in Bitcoin, and after 6 months you will be a self-made millionaire with that initial investment, then yeah, no, you're in the wrong place, guys. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is cryptocurrencies. You're investing in something that appreciates in value over time. So this is not lotto. This is not lotto. This is not gambling. You are investing in something that appreciates in value over time. So, which is why, there are people who are claiming Bitcoin is dead, cryptocurrencies are dead, but the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is going, it's bullish. The overall trend of it. If you're a long-term investor, of Bitcoin, then you know where Bitcoin is right now and where is Bitcoin going. Back in 2009, Bitcoin literally had no value the whole of 2009, but Bitcoin today is around 500,000. So if you're a long-term investor, then this is a place where you need to be. So the network grows larger, as well as many individuals realize that the only way out of poverty is actually getting involved in this revolution. So if you're not, involved in this revolution right now, you should be worried. You should be worried, guys, because the whole world is shifting into the digital world. Everything is going digital right now, which is why I said, yeah, no, some students are fighting for free education, but there's no jobs. So where will you work after that education? Getting involved in that education. I'm not against education system, or you getting an education, but you shouldn't depend on a single income. At least invest in other things to get other incomes as well, multiple streams of income. So billionaires and future billionaires realize that the world is moving digital, and by investing in digital currencies would be one of the greatest investment ever. I'm talking about the likes of Patrice Motsepe, Robert T. Kiyosaki, and Siyabulela Tshozana, of course. So millions of individuals everywhere across the world have lost their jobs due to this coronavirus. Big companies like Microsoft shutting down its offices to start an e-commerce online store. So, which is why I'm saying, guys, the whole world is moving digital. The whole world is moving digital. People are creating apps, to get an income. If if a big company like Microsoft, shutting down its offices. Microsoft has been there like forever, ever since I was born. When I knew that Microsoft is there, Bill Gates started this company a long time ago, to a point that Bill Gates is one of the smartest people that I know right now. Which is why he's starting this e-commerce store, an online store. He's investing where the rich invest, invest where the rich invest. So e-commerce store is the way to go right now. Your digital store, digital currencies, but this presentation is about digital currencies, of course. So I'm just making it a point that that the whole world is moving digital. So yeah, you might cry for free education, but after the free education, where will you work? That's the thing. So you need to think long term. So with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well, you need to invest in something that appreciates in value over time. Don't invest 1,000 today and expect it to be $1 million in 6 months, especially Bitcoin. In order for you to buy a whole Bitcoin, one Bitcoin costs around 500,000 right now. So I know some people had an opportunity to buy Bitcoin back when it was launched 2010, and no one was interested in that. They're only getting interested in Bitcoin because they see these commercials and billboards now that, you know what, this thing is real. Which is why I started with the quote of Robert Kiyosaki: don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. So you need to invest, and let it accumulate, a lot of coins or a lot of money for you guys. So Satoshi Nakamoto is the founder and creator of Bitcoin. As per implementation, Nakamoto also devised the first blockchain database. In the process, Nakamoto was the first to solve the double spending problem for digital currencies using a peer-to-peer network. So a peer-to-peer network is basically, me, paying someone else, let's say I owe you 100 Rand, but that 100 Rand is in my Luna account. The Luna account is a platform that lets you buy Bitcoin for as little as 10 Rand. In order for me to repay you that 100 Rand worth of Bitcoins, you also need to have an exchange wallet that accepts Bitcoin. So it's basically like giving you that 100 Rand, giving you that 100 Rand face to face. So if I'm giving you the 100 Rand face to face, meaning there are no, central, financial institution involved in order for me to give you that 100 Rand. So basically it means that we won't be charged anything for that 100 Rand. So me giving you that 100 Rand worth of Bitcoin, it will come to your account as 100 Rand with no extra cost involved. So Nakamoto started the work on writing the code for Bitcoin began in 2007. So remember, Bitcoin was launched back in 2009, and the whole of 2009, it literally had no value. And then 2010, that's when we started seeing the growth of Bitcoin. So, the work of writing the code for Bitcoin began in 2007. So Bitcoin back then, they were cooking it. If I may put it like that. So on the 9th of January 2009, Nakamoto released the version 01 of Bitcoin software on the SourceForge and launched the network by defining the genesis blocks of Bitcoin. Block number 0, which had the rewards of 50 Bitcoins. So looking at the chart of Bitcoin, where Bitcoin started back in 2009. So if you could, so if you could check here, 2009, Bitcoin literally had no value. And I know some people, had the advantage of buying, some people were introduced to Bitcoin back then, but they were naive, they let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. If you bought Bitcoin back in 2009, you would be a millionaire right now, millionaire in dollars. So if you take a look at the chart carefully, you will see that from 2009 to 2017, the price of Bitcoin keeps going higher and higher, which is why I said, if you're in this presentation with hopes that you invest 1,000 right now and expect, miracles to happen for you in 6 months, then you're in a wrong presentation. Because here I am teaching you guys, to be a holder of these coins, these coins appreciate, Bitcoin appreciated in value over time. Back in 2009, it literally had no value, but in 2010, that's when Bitcoin was around 5 cents in dollars. Then 2011, we went to $10. The price of Bitcoin is going higher, and then it inhaled and then exhaled. So when it exhales, people get worried. They get worried. They started saying things like, I told you this is a scam. Don't invest in this thing. But when, stocks drops, it's a healthy correction. When gold drops, it's a healthy correction. You need to buy the dip. Same with Bitcoin, same with cryptocurrencies. When cryptocurrencies drop, buy the dip. This is how it works. Why would you want to buy Bitcoin when the price of it is very high? People had an advantage of buying Bitcoin back in 2009, and they're only interested in buying Bitcoin when it's 500,000 or a million. but they had, the opportunity to buy back when it was 2009. So it inhaled from 2011, excuse me, and then it exhaled 2012. So the whole year, it basically had no, it basically stood to $10. Then from $10, buy the deep, we bought here at $10, then it went up to 600, from 10 to 600. That's a growth, guys. That's a growth, honestly. So from $10 to $600, then it went back down again. You need to buy what? Buy the deep. And then 2015, it was $360. And from $360, 2016, we went to 1,000, 2017, from 1,000 to 2017, 19,000. And right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 35,000. Current price of Bitcoin in rent, it's about 500,000. So the price of Bitcoin ever since it has been going up. Yes, it inhales and it exhales. So it's an impulse and correction, meaning this inhales, that exhales, this inhales, that exhales, this inhales, exhales, inhale, exhale, inhale. So the price of it has been going up ever since till today, guys. The price of it has been going up. So the current chart of Bitcoin is sitting around, let's see, sitting around $35,000. $2021, then 2022, we're expecting Bitcoin to reach at least close to 80K in dollars. That's about $1 million, guys. Bitcoin dropping shouldn't worry you. It's a chance for you. It's a chance for you to buy more Bitcoins. From 2013, 2014, we went up, 15, 16, 17. The growth started in 2018, and then it dropped. Here, and then we started moving sideways. It was ranging, then we went up. Then 2020, around May, it dropped. Then from May 2021, it shoot up, then came back, shoot up, came back, shoot up, came back, it will shoot up again. So that's how one should invest in cryptocurrencies. Have that mentality of you investing in something that's long term, and you will win. So why should you invest in Bitcoin? So let's take a look at this video by Robert T. Kiyosaki explaining to us why should we invest in Bitcoin. All right, guys, please note that we are not working with Partizia, but Mining City. So if you do decide to contact Partizia, please know that you are doing that on your own. And I didn't recommend you guys to go to Partizia because I'm not working with Partizia, I'm working with Mining City. The reason why I played this video is that I wanted you guys to know that where the price of Bitcoin is going using Robert T. Kiyosaki, because Robert Kiyosaki is one of those rich guys who are pushing Bitcoin and who are encouraging people that, you know, even if Bitcoin price is falling, you need to buy the dip because, you know, in the long term, Bitcoin is going bullish. By bullish, Bitcoin is going up higher to the moon. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Until next time, my name is Siyabulela Tshozana, and I will see you again next week, Saturday. Cheers, guys.